This is a walkthrough for the app Go Griffith. Go Griffith is a solution to help people predetermine COVID-19 risk when visiting Griffith Park in Los Angeles to minimize uncertainty and make informed decisions about their visit. When we enter, there's a brief onboarding that goes over the main features of the app, mainly getting up-to-date crowd metrics on different areas of the park, and also pinning certain areas and being notified of density changes at those locations. When we enter, we see kind of an overview map of Griffith Park with the major areas that you would want to visit called out. These locators are color-coded with current density metrics, so green being low density, orange medium, and red high. We can also view these locations in a list view. With some more information, we can save some of these for places we may go to frequently, and we can also see where we may have pinned some locations. When we go back to our map view, if we want a little more info, we can also get that here with a quick thumbnail, and then we can go from here to our location page, which would give us even more information. The key feature on this page is this map, which has a top-down view of the Griffith Park Observatory. There is an overlay of a crowd density heat map, which shows how many people are dispersed in the area, as well as a data points estimation. These estimations would be based off of camera data from the security cameras that exist there at the observatory. We also see that there's a time graph that gives estimations of how many people are there through various times of day, as well as a mask compliance metric, also garnered from information from the camera footage. If we scroll further down, we can see that there's a density simulator. This allows somebody to kind of get a feeling for what low density feels like by popping into a 3D environment and navigating around to help better visualize what that feels like. If we scroll further down, we can see basic park information, location and hours, what's available there, and also some health and safety measures that they're taking due to the pandemic. In addition to all these metrics, we also have some camera snapshots from the security cams with a timestamp that shows that they're taken about 15 minutes ago in this prototype, but in general, we would have them about every 15 minutes. Now, if we feel like we want to keep an eye on this location because we might be visiting it later in the afternoon, we could pin it. We're presented with some parameters. So maybe we want to have it set for all day or 2 hours or set our own custom range. We're going to leave it at 2 hours. And we could choose when we want to be notified. Do we want to be notified of a change in density to medium or to high? Do we want to be notified regardless every 15, maybe 30 minutes? We're going to choose both. Then we're going to set our pin. And then maybe we'll share it with a friend who we plan on meeting there later. And now we can see that our Griffith Observatory has a pin, and it's now popped up into our pins view. So we're going to imagine that some time has passed and now we have a notification. When we go into our notification, we see that the density is increased and the Griffith Observatory is now heavily populated. So if we look back at our location page, we see that there's a lot of red, there's more dots, there's definitely more people there now. We can see that the mask compliance is also a little bit lower. If we look in our security cam footage, we'll see that there's quite a few people out on the observation deck. So we could choose to keep monitoring. We could edit our pin to extend our time range, or we could remove it altogether. So that concludes the walkthrough of the Griffith Park app for prototype